Today is May the 8th, and it is another Updates Unveiled. Now, we do weekly customer events, so sometimes I kind of forget. Oh gosh, Cody, you should have been doing some Updates Unveiled videos. But we are going to be diving into exactly what we have been working on, and the TLDR of that is it's quite a lot. So let's go ahead and let's pull up Sam and let's kind of start looking. So since March, since March, what we have been working on inside of Sam, some of this is just kind of little tiny details, but one of the very first things that we've done is actually inside the contact database. Now, this is my fictitious contact database, but we're going to go ahead and we're going to pull up one of these because what we have done now is we've updated some of the different contact information pieces to better help you guys out. One of the things that we now have is zip code lookups, and now you are able to actually add contact preferences as far as languages, as well as email and messaging and stuff like that. So this is one of the really big things. One of the really cool things that you can also do inside your contact database is these filters. So inside the contact database, perhaps you have quite a few different contacts. And this is going to be where filters come into play because you can start to pare down what your default settings are. So an example of this, one of our customers has something like 40,000 different contacts. And when he clicks on the actual contact database, it tries to load all 40,000, which is quite a lot to load from a computer side. And so what you could start doing is building out different contact filters. And then on the bottom left-hand side, you can actually save defaults. And then once you do that, you click this little save filter as, and maybe you name it default 1. And for this specific default, I'd selected any category, A, B, C, D, and no category indicated. So that would be the full database, right? So maybe a better one would be full database, actually. So I could do that. And when I click show contacts on the bottom right-hand side, it's going to show all of these fake database entries that I had for this. So this is a really cool thing that allows you to quickly build out different views that you can actually load up. Now, an example of what I have been doing with this specific feature is we have lots of people come in and take a look at Sam. And so I denote who is a trialer. I denote when they took a trial and some different things like that. But the really powerful thing that you can do once you have your filtered list is you can search by specific email addresses in that filtered list. So maybe I was looking for Mr. Buffett. I can search Jimmy, and we're going to see that I have Jimmy Smith as well as Jimmy Buffett as our fake data names in here. Now, another thing that is worth noting, when you're searching there, sometimes they may not be in that specific list, and you might find yourself going, oh gosh, I know I had Jimmy Buffett as a fake name in my database. Well, if you go ahead and click on this contact icon to the left of the contacts, it's going to pull up a select contact, and then you can search your entire database, even if it's not specifically in that filter, and you can find those. So this is a really helpful little tool that I've been using while inside of our business trying to manage all of our unsubscribed contacts that we have in here. So this is just another really cool thing. Now, one of the other things that is worth noting is if you go to this hamburger menu on the top right-hand side and click select multiples, you're going to see that the select multiples is here. I'm actually going to zoom in just a little bit for you guys. And then maybe we decided to select all of our contacts for this specific list. Now, there's something really powerful that happens when we go back to the 3 stacked layers. Well, first and foremost, we can update selected contacts. So maybe we need to update an entire group. For an example of this, I was adding tags to groups. Like I maybe had a all trials list and I wanted to add a tag that indicated that they took a trial of SAM 2.0 versus 1.0, or maybe I wanted to remove a tag, or you could just adjust statuses. So maybe these are all leads and they've reached a milestone of interested, things like that. And it would update all of those records included. Now, that's a really cool thing that I've been using, but another one that Mark actually just built out. So this is not necessarily from April, but jumping ahead a little, you can send mass email. So this mass email would send out to all 103 of these fake contacts that we have inside our demo account. So I click that button. It's going to take a second to think through all of the different contacts that are actually in this list. And then it's going to say unsubscribed email detected. Hey, Cody, in this list, there are some unsubscribed emails. What would you like to do with them? Just kind of letting me know that it's going to skip them. Not a problem. But then I can go and you can see that it actually auto defaulted those unsubscribed contacts out of this. Now, this is kind of strange because you see the from, but there's no to, there's no carbon copy, there's no blind carbon copy. And the reason for this is when you are emailing to a specific list like this, even though these are fake accounts and these emails aren't real, so they wouldn't actually go anywhere, it would send off one-off emails for each and every one of them. Now, I'm currently running an event for real estate agents that I have been using this for because each and every day I send them a prompt on how to talk to the AI tool ChatGPT. And so it's been really easy because I have them tagged with that specific event. I can filter that list to all of the people who are signed up for the event, and then boom, I can send this off. So this is a really powerful way that now inside of our databases, we can start to do that. Now, another example of this is for our customer event, like we have every Thursday, our office hours. And if you're watching this video and you're on a trial with us, you're always invited. If you're a customer, I would love to have you there. It's always a lot of fun to spend time with Mark and I. But not only can you send those out now, but you could actually schedule to send those out later. So what I've started trying to do is on Wednesdays, I will send out a message to all of our customers. So I built out a filtered list as all of my customers tagged. And then I send them out 24 hours in advance, a message, hey, office hours is tomorrow. Hope to see you there. And then I schedule for later another email that says, hey, we're about an hour out from office hours. So they get 2 emails. It's quick and easy, and it's really powerful. So this is some of the really big things that we've done in the contacts database. But and one last thing from this updates unveil. If you want to change this filter to no filter at all, you can long press on that, and it's going to reset that filter. So that's really important to kind of denote into that. But this is the big contacts thing. Now, on the top right-hand side, under the integrations tab, we have something really cool. And Mark has been working tirelessly over the last month and a half to get this up for you. And I can personally attest that he has been spending a lot of time on this, sometimes up until 3 or 4 in the morning, making sure this is working. So he has been working diligently for you guys. And if you would like to, please reach out to him and say, thank you so much, Mark. Really appreciate what you do because he's killing it. He's like my best hire yet. And he's my only hire, but he's been doing a lot of really cool stuff. And this is a testament. So under our Google integration, previously you could use your Google account to send out messages. Well, now we have a 2-way sync with Google and SAM. So what that means is you can get all of your calendars synced as well as your contacts synced both to Google and to SAM. They can communicate together. Now, the really cool thing is you go in here, you get this all set up. And then when you're in your calendar side of SAM, maybe I make something and this is a test event and then I save it. This then takes about 3 to 5 seconds to reach out into the ether and tell Google, but that would have been on my Google account now. Now, the really cool thing too is let's say this test event actually gets moved to 2:03 p.m. 3 to 5 seconds later, boom, it's updated on Google as well. And the same would go from Google back into SAM. So there's some real cool ability for you to manage not only your contacts, which this is my fake contact list, so it doesn't really matter, but your calendar as well, thanks to that Google integration. Like I said, this is just such an powerful integration for us to have. And it's already helping a lot of teams do some really cool things. Just they manage their businesses through SAM. Now, while I'm in the integrations tab, this is something that Mark actually worked to enhance a little bit, and that is this email leads to SAM. Now, what you can do with this, and these are all just email addresses that are fake because we don't actually use this account. This is our demo account, but I could click add email, and then I could go in here and it would build out a fake email address for me. And each of these can be a place that leads are coming in from. So basically what you can do is you can set a forwarding rule from your website to this email address, and then it would send it to Sam, and then Sam would bring those leads into your contact database. It would fill out where they came from, what category they are, what their type, status, milestone, do they have any tags? So it can do a lot of really cool things. Now, what this replaces for a lot of our customers is Zapier. And so this has been really helpful because they can get rid of their Zapier accounts and they're able to bring those leads in through a parsing service is essentially what that's called. But it also allows you to set different specific places that those leads are coming from. And so you are driving all your leads into SAM, and then you can start using your routines to be triggered because those leads have been brought into SAM. This is something that I do in our business, and it makes an automatic experience for all of the trialers that come in. So anytime someone goes to sam.workflowsecrets.info and takes a trial and spends 14 days with us, a routine gets kicked off that automatically starts sending them onboarding emails, and you probably got some yourself. And so this is how we are doing that with that email leads to SAM. It's been really, really helpful for that. Now, some of the other things that we have been able to adjust is the merging contacts, unsubscribing, and it's just been a lot of things from the contact database. That's really helpful, actually. Something that Mark just actually did adjust on this left-hand side is you might notice, man, these icons look a little different. Well, we adjusted the overall theme of the icons, the same icons, but some of them were black and had negative space or that little white distance, and some of them were flipped around. And so we just made it one standard set, help you guys out a little bit more. And the other thing that we had done that I wanted to bring up is our Eventbrite integration. So Eventbrite is a service that you can use to host events. Now, this has been really helpful because our teams are currently using Eventbrite. They'll host an event, they'll drive leads to these specific details, and then they'll use these webhooks to pull in leads. We'll spend an entire time doing a training on this at some point, but basically you set up your Eventbrite, you get your API key, and you build out your private tokens, your client and your public token, and then you get this webhooked URL. And then you can even go as far as naming the specific events. So one example of this was we had a demo day 2025, and we used Eventbrite to bring in those leads from demo day, and it would tag them demo day 2025. So that was really cool as well. Another integration that we really leaned into. And then, gosh, you know, honestly, the huge thing that we did was that Google Sync integration. A couple of things that we fixed from a mobile tablet standpoint. If you did not know this, you can actually go onto your mobile device and you can go to sam.workflowsecrets.info, and you will have a fully functioning account that works on your mobile device. It's actually really cool. We built the software so that it didn't need to be hosted into the App Store. It can be brought to you by your web browser of choice. For me, I use Safari, I believe. Maybe I use Google. I'm not 100% sure. I use an iPhone, but it can do that. It scales appropriately, not only to desktop, but also it can scale to the size of your specific computer. So that's really cool too. So we did one thing that has been bugging me since almost day one, and I just didn't know how to fix it. And I pointed at it a couple of times to Mark. It was very low on his priority list. I didn't worry about it, but used to be when you would swipe to the right, sometimes it would just log you out. Whoops. And I guess in the mobile or in the desktop, if you click the back button, it would also log you out. Whoops. So we did fix that. And now you don't have to stress too much about that one. But that was something that we did adjust the login, log out. And other than that, man, you know, this is kind of where we are at as far as updates go. And to be honest, we have been doing a lot of really cool stuff. And there's a lot of things that are just on the cusp of being ready for you guys. One of which is currently on our end being tested. We're doing like a little pre-beta just to make sure that it works for you. But we are building AI agents into SAM. Now, we're going to call them assistants because agents and real estate agents is kind of confusing. But what these are little AI robots that live inside of SAM, and they are task specific to help you do things. So we have pre-built out, I think 7 or 8 of them for you guys to help with things like transaction coordination or lead management or business operations, things like that, that are very much a prime piece of your real estate business. You're going to have the ability to have access to these. Now, the difference between, say, an AI agent and maybe a routine, an automation, is fundamentally what parameters you have to actually use them. So think of a automation, a workflow automation, a routine, as we call them in SAM. You are going to identify, I want you to do task 1 at time 1, day 1, whatever. Task 2 after that, task 3 after that. So it's kind of sequential, right? But these AI agents, what you are saying to them is, hey, my overall goal is this. Go. And so these little robots have the ability to think through, man, what would be a really great use of my effort? And then it goes and does that. And so there's some real power in allowing these to help you inside of your business. We're going to be diving into exactly how you're going to be able to do that as soon as we get them rolled out. But for now, that's my little teaser for you. Hopefully you've enjoyed our updates unveiled. That definitely brings us to at least the current month that we're in. And I will see you guys very shortly. But if you have not yet gotten into your SAM account, go ahead and go to sam.workflowsecrets.info, log into your account and start diving into these. Or if you haven't yet taken a trial and you found this video, I would love for you to spend some time with us. We offer 14-day free trials, and you can see the power of SAM. We are building a tool that is fundamentally changing real estate technology, because for the last like 30 years, it hasn't really gone anywhere. And with the power of AI in the ability for us to use it, things are changing really fast. And I personally believe in the next 2 to 3 years, we are going to obsolete CRMs as you know them. And it's all because of what we're doing inside SAM. And I would love for you to be a part of that. But until then, I'll see you guys next time.